What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Sydney Roosters Diehards. Hank here, and we are here for your news roundup for October 4th, 2025, Tuesday, Melbourne Cup Day. Not a lot to go through, actually. So that's why I thought I'd do it in a little bit of a quick 10, 15-minute video instead of doing it on a live stream, just to not take too much out of your day today and then catch up on it whenever you guys can. So that's why I thought I'd do it today, because there's not a lot circulating in the Roosters news today. So hopefully come tomorrow or Wednesday, whenever you may watch this, we're back to regular proceedings for a live stream around the 6:30, 7:30 mark. So I do apologize if there's any inconvenience, of course, today. I do apologize, and hopefully we can get back to regular programming come tomorrow night. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content, guys. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far and everyone who has watched and liked the videos and the streams. It's been really been happy with how the rise has started on the Sydney Roosters Diehards page. Thank you to everyone who's been part of it so far. Hopefully we can continue the build and grow the page as the off-season continues and into the juicy stuff like the NRL draw, kit releases, all that kind of stuff, transfer news, all that kind of stuff, signing news into the new year, into the regular proceedings come 2026. So thank you for everyone who has tuned in so far. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and give us a follow on Instagram for your latest up-to-date Roosters news and opinions. Right, let's get stuck straight into the news today. I've only got two things to talk about today. That's all I've really gone through. We'll start off with sort of not breaking, but exclusive not too long ago. Luke Keary met up with Michael Chambers in London, and Luke Keary opened up about his arrival back to the Roosters in a coaching capacity. So I've got some quotes here, and I've got some backstory from the interview that they did conveniently on the streets of London. So Luke Keary in a statement said, not in a statement, but just a summary. Luke Keary spoke about his relationship with Justin Holbrook at the time as an assistant at the Roosters. He considered on taking the role at Newcastle. So a little bit of a backstory. Obviously, our former assistant coach, Justin Holbrook, took the Newcastle Knights job. And it was heavily linked that he was going after Luke Keary as an assistant coach. He really considered it, and thought that he was going to Newcastle before Nick Politis got on the phone and spoke to Luke Keary about going forward. Nick and Luke Keary spoke about his coming back to the Roosters post-career in some capacity. That was always the plan. His plans are to work with the younger guys and do some work with the NRL team in some capacity, but main role help the younger guys under Friendy with the academy. There's a quote here saying, "It was a great opportunity to join Newcastle, but I didn't want to go too far from the Roosters. It's his home. He lives in the eastern suburbs. He wouldn't go anywhere else." So it's great to see that Luke Keary is back with the Roosters in a coaching capacity in 2025. Obviously, with looks like in a heavy role with Friendy, Albo with the academy, but also doing a little bit of shadow work as in some sort of way with the top 30 squad and this World Cup squad, which is great to see. It's great to see that, all these past players that, gave their all in the red, white, and blue are coming back in providing the next generation, of what's it like to be a Rooster 24/7. So if you look at the former senior players that are currently still at the club in some capacity. So you've got Anthony Minicello as an ambassador, Luke Ricketson, him and Minicello, right? One of the two most capped Roosters players of all time in the early 2000s. Luke Ricketson's on the board. Anthony Minicello is ambassador for the club, a nutrition expert. You've got Mitchell Orbison, second most capped Roosters player of all time, running the academy with Jake Friend, a two-time premiership winning captain, a three-time premiership winner for the Roosters. Boyd Cordner, coach of the SG Ball side that took out the premiership this year. Brett Morris, even though he was a short time at the Roosters between 2019 and 2021, but like a hell of a career for both St. George and the Bulldogs, but a premiership winner at the Roosters nonetheless. He's coach of New South Wales Cup. And now that you're bringing in Luke Keary and Jared Rea-Hargreaves as a coach in coaching role, it's great for the Roosters going forward, like to bring the next generation up. And these guys are senior leaders of this club for a long period of time, leading the way and showing the next generation what it's like to be a Rooster, set the standard, set the tone, just guiding them through their pathway in the NRL. So it's great to see that we've got so much knowledge and so much, experience and leadership within their four walls of in this club. It definitely strikes for success going forward. So great to have Luke Keary back in the coaching capacity for the Roosters. Same with Jerry Hargreaves. Dylan Napa is also part of the academy as well. Just, so much experience, so much knowledge that are getting fed to the younger players, like, the academy, players that recruitment have come into this club over the last couple of seasons or so, to have this so much knowledge and about this club and what it means to be a Rooster. It's just going to benefit long term. So I absolutely love what the club is doing with the academy, the foundation, and just, bringing all these guys in this generation, bringing them up. And, in 10, 15, 20 years' time, it's going to be these guys bringing their knowledge into the next generation coming forward. So, it's setting up the club for a long period of time with our juniors and our pathways, and also our, all the way up to the top NRL squad as well. So great to have Luke Keary back in the red, white, and blue as a coaching role. It just shows how much he loves this club. He spent nearly 7 or 8 years in the red, white, and blue, and he played his best footy under Trent Robinson, and gave him a lifeline because things weren't working out at Souths. We gave him a lifeline. He won a Clive Churchill medal in 2018. Won 2 premierships at the Roosters. He represented New South Wales and Australia. But yeah, to bring that knowledge and experience and leadership back into the 4 walls at the Roosters, it's just going to benefit us going forward. Like having, we spoke about Daly Cherry Evans, right? But like having DCE and Luke Keary in the 4 walls, giving knowledge to Sam Walker, Hugo Savala, Toby Rodwell. It's good to have long term, and it's going to definitely benefit us. So great. Welcome back, Luke Keary. Great to have you back in a capacity role. Speaking of Michael Chambers, had a bit of listening to the buy round with James Graham and Michael Chambers talking about the transfer market. Obviously, as per usual, there's usually whenever a big player is off contract like Kalen Ponga, Tino Fasul-Malari, apparently we are linked to him. And I agree with Michael Chambers, and both of them did say that it's not in the plans for the Roosters to sign a big marquee front rower, because the main priority right now is who's going to replace James Tedesco whenever he retires. Obviously, there are strong rumours about Max Jorgensen, who is currently playing for the Wallabies right now. Obviously, home World Cup next season. Marky Mark going over there, but there's going to be room there from that Marky Mark deal that we could potentially get Max Jorgensen, who, if you guys don't know, Max Jorgensen's father, Peter Jorgensen, played for the Roosters in the 80s, in the 90s, sorry. And he's obviously had intentions of coming to rugby league to play for the Roosters. So I reckon if Tedesco hangs on till 27, maybe 2028, there is definitely a fullback role there for both Marky Mark and Max Jorgensen to go after. As much as everyone can talk about Kalen Ponga, I can't see Kalen Ponga in the red, white, and blue. I do not expect to see Tino even being linked with the Roosters, if I'm being totally honest with you. The amount of stack forwards that we have at this club, we simply don't have $900 to $1 million just to sign Tino, when we've got the likes of Spencer and the Fahu White, Lindsay Collins, and also we've got the likes of Blake Steep, Celeste Fiketti, Siwa Wong. Obviously got the VAR boys as well in their ranks. And I think our main priority right now is to lock down Siwa Wong and Angus Crichton before we even go and think about Tino. So I don't see that happening, but I do like we're going after Max Jorgensen. I think that would be absolutely perfect to see him at fullback for the red, white, and blue, or even Marky Mark, maybe a return of Suoli'i, Joey Manu. Them two are the most unlikely. But I think if I have a ranking, I reckon I have Marky Mark coming back 1, Max Jorgensen 2, Suoli'i 3, Manu 4. Manu 3, Suoli'i 4. So I can't see either of them two coming back, especially in the near future, especially with how much money they're making overseas in rugby. So I just can't see them returning to the Roosters in the near future. As much as I love to see it, but especially you got to consider the fact that Isaac Moses represents Suoliti, and we all know the history between Isaac Moses and Nick Blythe, that they simply won't do deals together, won't simply do any business together. So that's why no one's linking Buller to the Roosters. No one linked Galvin to the Roosters, because Nick Blythe won't do business with Isaac Moses. So, but Max Jorgensen and Marky Mark are the two options from when they go to the rugby that we get back. We get back Marky Mark or Max Jorgensen. If we can get both, would be nice. But I reckon around that 2027, 2028 roundabout then is when we're going to see Tedesco retirement talks start to heat up. Obviously, we saw Cody Ramsey signed yesterday. Obviously, options there. So, but I honestly do like that we're going after Max Jorgensen and potentially get back Marky Mark. So, obviously, the main priority now is looking in our 7 long-term and looking in a fullback long-term replacement for Tedesco, replacement for Daly Cherry Evans, and keeping Hugo Savala and developing both Hugo and Toby Rodwell. Speaking of developing and signing news, this came out yesterday. Signing news, reporting by the Zero Tackle. Aluka Toia, younger brother of Sydney Roosters sensation Robert Toia, has been elevated to the club's NRL squad for this pre-season. 20-year-old prop goes good via Zero Tackle. That's from the Mole as well. So it looks like he's been given a train and trial, the train with the top 30 squad come pre-season that starts next Monday. I like it. Obviously, if he's good, just as good as his brother, obviously different positions, of course, but I like it. People forget as well, we also got Tyson Walker, who's Sam Walker's brother, in our ranks as well. So, it looks like it's going to be, even the VAR boys as well. So it looks like the brothers. Can you imagine a squad of just down the track with 2 sets of brothers? So we got 3. So you got the Rodwells, Tom and Toby Rodwell. You got the Walkers, Tyson Walker and Sam Walker. You got the VAR boys, Xavier and Dazal. I just said it wrong. Sorry, Sal. And on top of that, now you've got the Toia brothers. We've got 4 sets of brothers in the same team. That'd be absolutely unreal. But I'm going to be honest with you, and I say this without most respect. I haven't really seen a lot of Bobby's brother, but obviously he's in the eyesight of both the academy and Trent Robinson, so they're going to give the kid a crack with a pre-season with the Roosters. Hopefully it goes well, and if he does well, maybe a New South Wales Cup / top 30 contract is up for grabs. So I like it. I like that we're giving him a crack, and obviously it feels like he's deserved it. So 100% like the fact that we're going after it, and hopefully he does well for the young lad. So seeing a photo of him too, obviously I put it in the he's a big boy. I'm guessing it's a guy on the right. I'm just guessing by size. So yeah, I like it. So congratulations to the young man. I'm sure Bobby would be absolutely pleased for that as well. So Aluka Toia, welcome to the Sydney Roosters on a train and trial with the top 30. I hope everything goes well, and hopefully you do all your best that you can and potentially earn your spot into the top 30 or perhaps a New South Wales Cup train and trial contract. So high expectations, a lot of promise about this young lad. So let's see how he goes. All right, I think that might leave us with that today, lads. Obviously not a lot to talk about today. All right, guys, I think that might wrap us up there, guys. We ran about 15 minutes, so I hope I haven't wasted too much of your time. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the Sydney Roosters Diehards. Give us a follow on the Instagram as well for all your latest up-to-date news. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, around about the 6:30, 7:30 mark for another edition of the Sydney Roosters Diehards News Roundup. But back to regular proceedings on a live stream for you guys to interact with the content. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next one. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.